And now, enjoy the show with Raphaël Pathé, The Worlds Medium.
Good evening, welcome. This is Talk2Spirits, and I'm Raphaël Pathé. I came all the way from France, something I wanna tell you. When you went, they had a check, phones ringing, spirits talking too. Your mission is to tell the broken spirit find the truth. Here is why they say it. Stop the music, you can feel the feeling. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. Spirits are electric in the spotlight dancing. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. You can stop the music, you can feel the feeling. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. Spirits are electric in the spotlight dancing. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. I'm your true DJ, a dance love, I'm rising out of the blue. The little display and romance in Paris, filming party film with you. Commission in LA, entertaining private and cool. Here is why they say yes. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. You can stop the music, you can feel the feeling. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. Spirits are electric in the spotlight dancing. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. You can stop the feeling, you can stop the music. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. 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 Sometimes you wonder, when so wonder. Because tomorrow it's a new tomorrow. Open up your eyes, go beyond the skies. Find a little guide you from afar. Start to show that you are a gem, the golden heart. Now you can start. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. You can stop the music, you can feel the feeling. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. Spirits so electric in the spotlight dancing. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. You can feel the feeling, you can stop the music. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. Heaven is magic, heaven is magic. Heaven is magic. This is what we're going to find out tonight. Thank you for being here. My name is Raphaël Pathé. I told you a little bit before. And I'm going to tell you my story, how I became a medium, how everything happened, why I'm here in Puerto Vallarta right now in front of you tonight, or this afternoon. So it all starts in France, basically. We can see a little picture. I'm here with my great-grandmother, Marie-Louise Pathé. And we are in Paris, and she told me that our family created the whole movie industry and basically the news as well. So I was very excited when I was a child to look at that. The first movies in 1897 in Paris, and also news.
everywhere, like the Titanic as well. So they would film everything. And the symbol was the roaster. So she gave me a roaster made of porcelain, and since then I'm very connected to that animal. And so that's kind of how the whole thing started. Filming footage around the world, my grandma, great-grandma telling me about the story, me wanting to do the same, to kind of like film, be entertainment, travel. You can see also Charlie Temple birthday in Hollywood as well. So lots of things like that were filmed all through the years. And I just wanted to be part of it as well. So we're going to see a little more picture, a very cool birthday in Hollywood, Audrey Hepburn as well, that we'll see in a second. She's here with us, maybe her spirit, who knows. And also all these sparkle, television, filming, stars. This is something that was very, very interesting to me. Madonna as well. I haven't met her. I was a little too young back then. When they interviewed her, that's me in the garden. The best. No. And basically something else was happening at the meantime. I wanted to work in entertainment, but there was something haunting me a little bit and scaring me when I was a child. It was not all blue, yellow, and stars. There were horrible things appearing on my wall, trees with skulls, and I was really scared at night, and I felt, I'm going to go through this. I would tell my parents, they didn't care. They said, you're a child, you see weird things. Who cares? But in my distress and my misery, because I was a bit sad at night, I could feel a spirit in the home. So that's another grandmother who built the home we lived in France, and she was looking after me. So I really felt a connection with her, even though I couldn't tell anyone what I was seeing, the walls and these bad spirits. The spirit of my grandma would be here, and I would feel like if this home was like my mother. There was a motherly energy in the whole home, even though I had never met this grandma. It's not the one that I showed before. She died before I was born, but she was here with me, looking after me. So it's not because there's like bad spirits around you that there's no remedy, or that there's not good things either. This is my mom's jewelry. We had an uncle in China, Uncle Raymond, and that's how she inherited his jewels. And this is how I could connect with crystals and stones. So I would touch them as a child, diamond, emerald, ruby, and I would tap into the energy of stones. And very quickly, I found out that you can really do magic when you can tap into the 4 elements of nature. These 4 elements are what are needed to create a crystal or stone. So I would really tap into this energy. That immediately excited me. I was collecting them. Some people know that I like crystals, and I would collect them everywhere. And that helped me also to channel the energy of nature and do what I wanted. As I was growing up, I started to predict the future, to read the tarot, to send spells to people at school that I didn't like. So it's true. It's a confession, but it's true. Some people crashed actually with their scooters when they were bullying me or something. So not anymore. You don't have a scooter, I'm sure. But that happened, but good things also. And there was always a long line, at school, like asking me questions. Am I going to find a lover? Is John going to come to the prom? And stuff like that. I would always say, respond. It was free. So there was a long line. But when I was 21, I was very stressed. I was going to a lot of castings in Paris, trying to make it in entertainment. And at the same time, I would go out every night. That's what you do when you're 21, just going out at night. And a friend of mine said, I'm going to help you. I'm going to do some kind of Reiki session for you. I'm going to come to your home and we're going to do something so you feel better, with your energy. He sat on my carpet in Paris. We were like sitting, facing each other. And then very quickly, this is what we saw. We started to travel in another dimension, some kind of meditation, call it like an astral travel. And this is what we saw. These little crystals here were like levitating in a cone environment. It's very, very big, very high. And my understanding is that these crystals you can see are alive. This is where we go when we pass. And we always keep a crystal there. It's like a hard drive, organic hard drive that's alive. This is what stores everything we are. When we go on the other side, we get back to this hard drive, organic. It's not like Apple or something. It's more like matter. That's where we go. The next day after this Reiki session, first of all, I was so enlightened and so happy. I was crying when I came down. This was probably the best moment in my life. And I was 21, so it's good. Had it early. And we went down and I was just rejuvenated and all my energy went back. So it was quite surprising. But sometimes there's all the type of energy you can come across to. please meet Fernand, the ghost at my parents' beach house in Le Touquet. This ghost was always standing in front of the staircase, and everyone would always fall in the staircase, like the mom, the grandma, the children, the dog. Everything and everyone would fall in the staircase. That's when I saw him. It didn't look exactly like that. This is a representation, but it was like a green soul, very cold and very upset, because I found out he was the original owner of the house, and my grandfather owned a bank, and the house was repossessed, but I didn't know that. And the house was possessed actually by this person. It was very scary, but I talked to him, and it feels that he made it hard for me to find a home through the years. I was like traveling all around the world and trying to find a place to really feel home, like Puerto Vallarta now. Fernand made it hard for me to really find a true home for me. Now I have, by talking to him and helping him to find his own way and understanding that he should not stay in the home, things have gotten better for me. So sometimes you can be in a home, bad spirit, and sometimes it's good, like the one that was helping me. So through the years, after what happened, my friend who did like a Reiki session for me told me, you can't always have your head in the other side like that and always be thinking of spirituality, or who cares, you need to live your life and do something, and like act and travel and start to make things happen. This is how I went to London. I started to DJ with some friends, and this is how I had an idea called the Sound of Luxury. It was a show where I would travel around the world, DJ, I would film my adventures, and it was a lot of fun. So that was what I was doing, meeting people, forgetting a little bit about spirituality. I said, okay, I have to be back on earth, and be grounded. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to just travel, be here and there. That's how I went, to Ibiza, to Qatar, to kind of everywhere. I lived in Milan. Okay, that's my life. But we're going to do readings later, in case you are falling asleep. But this is what it was. For years, I was traveling. I was working TV as well, doing interviews, meeting celebrities. Judi Dench in London. I remember we did a gala at the Royal Opera House. And and it was just meeting a lot of people, being a bit in a superficial life, in a sense that I would always stay in hotels. I would pay for everything. I would eat whatever I wanted. I remember in Qatar, after 1 month, I was like, it was not me, it was a belly. It was 2 little shoes. And I realized that, I don't know, something needs to happen. But let me show you a little bit how it was during this time, okay? A little more sound, por favor, amigo.
Since 2009, I traveled the world, checked in exclusive hotel chains. Feeling the sound, spinning the sound of luxury. Call me Prince of the Airlines, Emirates, my God, first class suite on the plane. Feeling the sound, spinning the sound of luxury.
You're not dancing yet?
Yahoo, yo-ho, Yahoo. Sound of luxury. We have a ride, living like a low, playing the Middle Eastern game. Feeling the sound, spinning the sound of luxury. With some Ibiza sunshine, I'm playing the chord, bringing good magic and fame. Feeling the sound, spinning the sound of luxury.
You like this song, I can feel it.
Oh, Yahoo, yo-ho, Yahoo. Everybody dance to the sound, breathing the sound of luxury. Come on. Everybody dance to the sound, breathing the sound of luxury. Everybody dance to the sound, breathing the sound of luxury.
that's in the same part. Need a remedy, that would be good. Sometimes I need some energy. I think I found a remedy. Everybody dance to the sound with me. The sound of luxury. Everybody dance to the sound with me. The sound of luxury. Everybody hold on to my sound of luxury. Lots of wind here. I'm gonna be blown away. The sound of luxury. Okay, finish the music. Now we're gonna talk serious shit. Though, did you scan the code so you can send me a photo of a person you would like to reconnect with? This is what we're gonna do soon, but the code will stay on the screen. Doesn't look good, but it works well. So it's gonna be here, so no panic. But you can send a photo and the name of the person you would like to reconnect with. I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened in Hollywood, because of course, when you want to be in entertainment, where would you go? To Hollywood. This is what I did, and that was my neighbor. Freddy Krueger lived in a street very close to where I was living. So basically the film Nightmare on Elm Street was filmed very close to where I was. There was also a ghost in my house, which was really bad, again, like the one in Le Touquet and the one in France. And my project did not work at all. It was a disaster. The manager was like depressed. The TV station I was supposed to work with, it was a little bit of a Hollywood story, if I can say. I was supposed to do a segment for the guy who created E! Entertainment, Larry Namer. I was supposed to do a show, but it was a little bit not really working well, and I was really stressed. But I met Michelle, a psychic, totally by accident, like you tonight meeting me, and she said to me, the ghost in your house and all this is happening to you in Hollywood right now is a sign that you need to use your skill. You can't just be like this superficial life, you know, like TV show, Sound of Luxury. You need to use your skill, which I started to do immediately in my garden. Went really well. Lots of people came. People were calling me from all around town. It's like, I want a reading with you. I've seen you in your Yale pages. Believe it. But then I said to my lawyer, can you change my visa and add the fact that I'm a medium as well? And he said, no. I said, no, you need to do this. And he said, no. And I said, you have to do it. And he said, no, I'm not doing it. And in 1 week, I had to leave LA. I had to leave everything behind. I lost everything I created. And I became the world's medium. I started to work all around the world doing consultations for people from Dubai, Paris, Puerto Vallarta, Ibiza, and I basically revisited all the destinations where I was DJing, but this time I came up as a medium. And this is how I'm here with you tonight in Puerto Vallarta, like all of us. So now I'm going to explain you a little bit what is a medium. Let's get into the core of the subject. So the music is over, unless you want more. You want more? No? A little ABBA or something? Okay. So what is a medium? A medium is a little bit like a telephone between our two worlds, like the world we live in and the people on the other side. You probably know that. There are mediums here because people are really scared of death. Many of us are scared of what's happening on the other side. So people who have a skill as a medium can help others understanding that there is something happening there. And this is a reason for the mediums to be able to reassure you that it's okay, there is something after. It doesn't end. It's like a circle. We go back to what I showed you before, like the hard drive, organic hard drive. Go there, rejuvenate, regenerate, then come back, stay maybe a little while, maybe go to another dimension. But the medium is here to kind of like connect you with what's going on there. And maybe also remind you that it's not so bad to be dead. Sorry, but it's true. The other side is actually much lighter and connecting with a lot of spirits. The spirits are always happy on the other side. The ghosts are stuck. So that's another story. They need a little bit of work. But the people on the other side, very happy to be where they are. It's a place where you can rejuvenate, where you can regenerate yourself, understand, you know, what's been happening on Earth. And so you are there. And I very, very rarely connect with a spirit on the other side that is not happy to be where they are. And they're very confidently happy about where they are. So that's why they use mediums to connect. And also what people sometimes think is the medium, like when you go and see a medium, how did that happen? Usually it's a spirit on the other side that probably brought you here tonight, by the way, because they wanted to tell you something. It doesn't work the other way around. It just works this way. So the spirit guides everything, not the medium as a person. The person's just like in between. So then what is the difference between like psychic and medium? A psychic would tell you like a visualization of what could happen in the future, like according to a situation. Is this going to work or not? Is there going to be love or not? Is someone going to come back or not? It's a possibility. The medium is what I just explained. Some mediums are also psychic, and some psychic are not medium. So I don't know if that's clear. You're not sure? Yeah? You got it? I said like the medium can also be psychic and be able to tell you the future, but the psychics who can actually tell you the future are not necessarily a medium, because medium is something that you are or you are not. It is something you choose when you're in the other life, when you are actually not here. You decide, okay, in this life I'm going to be a medium, because it's not necessarily easy to be a medium. It's not something, it's not necessarily easy. It's not like learning how to, make bread or something like that, which is fun, you can eat it. Being a medium is something you have to do it. You cannot not do it. That's why you might meet people sometimes that connect other people with other dimensions, but they're not happy with it because they see ghosts and spirits everywhere and they're freaking out and they're like, what am I going to do with that? I see them everywhere, I can't sleep, I have to take Xanax. So, people sometimes would tell you that. So it's something you chose. So if you're a medium, you're going to have to deal with it. It's not just something you leave on the side. You have to use it. It's almost like you're forced to use it. So it's a big commitment that you decide beforehand, before you came. That's why everyone here, if anyone has a medium skill, you're going to have to use it. Yeah, it's very important. So is it possible to become a medium when you're here and you say, okay, I want to be a medium, I'm going to go to school? And so I would say no, because of what I just said. It has to happen on the other side. However, some people have an NDA, no, it's not NDA, a near-death experience, NDE, not an NDA. And when they come back, they realize they have special powers, or they can feel things, or they can be a healer, or I've seen a lot of that happening. But the decision has to come from like a little trip on the other side. So this is my understanding. So you can't really just get a book and start learning, because it goes with this commitment that you have to take on the other side. So that's my understanding. So when a spirit talks to me, what happens? I start to get the chills, like today with the air conditioning. It's a little bit strong, so there must be a lot of spirits. So I get the chills in my hands, in my body. I start to feel a bit like something is touching me or getting me the chills, no matter what the heat is. And then I start to have images that appear like behind my forehead, like if it was a screen, and I see what the spirit feels, what they want to say. It could be a forest, it could be a smell, it could be a cigar smell. I could see myself in the kitchen, maybe because we're going in this kitchen. I see a lot of that, a lot of cooking, maybe because I like to eat. And so images appear and strong feelings and emotions appear in my mind, and that's how it goes. Sometimes I also have like weird spirits attacking me at night, so that's like my private life. But sometimes you can have a spirit coming and attacking you in the middle of the night, and that's what happens. Maybe that has happened to any of you, but it's in the middle of the night, something's laying on you and it's really scary and you feel you can't move. That can happen sometimes in certain houses, certain homes. Has happened to me everywhere. And you can't wake up, you're like, okay, out. So that can happen too. Not all the spirits had necessarily good intentions. There's a bit of everything out there. So I wanted to say that as well. Now I want to talk about Marilyn Monroe. Once I connected with her, because whether you're Marilyn Monroe or the neighbor, or you could connect with anyone. Anyone has something to say. And basically Marilyn Monroe, what she said to me, my friend was playing her at a theater in Hollywood, and she said, it's strange, I feel I'm merging into her. It's a very strange feeling I have. I feel like she's controlling me. And what I understood is that what Marilyn Monroe is doing now, when she was alive, she was never really able to be herself 100%. She was trying to make it. She was very nice to everyone, but the studios were not that nice to her. They were using her, and she did what she could, but she couldn't do exactly what she wanted. And now, from the other side, what she does, she's controlling all these women like Lady Gaga, Madonna, all these very famous, Britney maybe, celebrities with blonde hair that use this kind of style. she's controlling them so she can get the message out there. These women are very powerful women, Madonna, Lady Gaga, and I wouldn't say Marilyn Monroe is completely behind them, but she's kind of radiating through them, and now she can get the message of this powerful woman she did not have the ability to be when she was alive. So spirit can do that too. So now, I prepared the little table and we're going to do the reading. So I'm going to check my phone and see who sent me a photo. And I'm going to now connect. Tell me? But you know, if you can't get through, it's not a problem. If you have your photo on your phone, that's the same. You can come, you know, it's exactly the same for me. So if anybody has a problem with WhatsApp, it doesn't have to be on WhatsApp. I just thought it was easy because people don't print photos anymore, and this is kind of easier. But I can also read on the phone, so it's not a problem. Would you like to come? Would you like to come? Okay, so come with me. We're going to start. I didn't open my phone yet, but let's start. What is your name? Sheila. Come with me, Sheila. Let's go here. Before the big, you can see here. I'm going to give you the microphone here.
Thank you.
Put it close to your mouth because it feels like a lot of people don't put it close to their mouth. So we can't hear what's going on.
Susan, camera.
You want to film? She wants to be on the camera. She wants to remember what was said today.
Use yours. Use yours.
I understand.
Oh.
Do you want to, you know, if I see the photo once, then you can, if you
That's
want,
okay.
yes. But let me just see the photo a little more. One second, I'm doing 20 things at the same time. Okay. Can you just give me the name of the person?
Charlie.
Charlie, okay. Let me just take 1 second. Okay. Now you can go film. Don't fall, don't fall.
There you go. Bye-bye. I've wanted this for a couple of years.
You?
I've wanted this for a couple of years.
Great. I see something about construction around him. There's something about construction, building sites, wanting to... sometimes it was not very easy to, you know, easy to deal with, like every day. He was a little bit like, I want things that way and not that way. So it's a little bit like, I want things that way. A bit, sometimes a bit angry at things, you know, not always like easy to... He was not always facilitating things. It was a little bit tense sometimes, okay?
Sometimes.
But what I liked about him, what I'm feeling is that it is someone you could trust, rely on, strong. That was good. But when he would use the strength against you or something he didn't like, he would clearly say it, okay? And he sometimes was not always satisfied of results, so it was not always the way he wanted, okay? To someone who wanted things to be a certain way, it has to be done that way.
Okay.
And he could not always get things to work that way. Things were sometimes a little bit dysfunctional. So what he wants to tell you now is that even though you always want to make things perfect, you know, for him, for everyone, because he taught you that in a way, but you can't always make things perfect. I'm hearing from him, so don't worry, you know, be gentle to yourself. You can't build everything the perfect way. Nobody's judging you. He's not judging you where he is. He sees you. There's love from you. You know, he loves you the way you are, and you can stay the way you are. You don't have to change yourself or to think, oh, this must be done at 5 o'clock. Everyone had to come today at 5 o'clock. It had to be 5 o'clock. But other than that, other than 5 o'clock today, you can just be the way you want and be more flexible, because there's a bit of a pressure for you to achieve things a certain way according to how he wants you to do that. You know, you imagine he would want me to do things that way, and so you're a little hard on yourself. It's like, just be a little more relaxed. It's okay. Be more patient. You know, there's a sense of that. That's what I'm hearing from him.
Okay.
And it's not because he realizes also that on Earth, you want to do everything perfect and quick, and like everything has to work, and if it doesn't work, if it's not on time, if the pizza doesn't have enough cheese, or, you know, and you get very upset, but you shouldn't, because at the end of the day, a little less cheese is okay. Mm-hmm. This is kind of the message to you.
Okay.
So not so hard on yourself. If you want to ask a question about something specific, I feel him around me. If you want, you can.
A question. When he passed, did he know how much people cared?
Yes, he really felt that way, 100%, yes. I find that since he's in the other side, he feels that more, because it's less about things that are happening on the earth. It's more about truly seeing people for who they are, for their emotions. As before, he was a little bit sometimes into the material world, as I said, building, caring very much about results. But then, no, he's not.
Okay.
It's not about that anymore. It's about people's hearts.
Okay.
That's what he sees now, you know.
Okay.
And he really wants you to remember again that sometimes he was a little bit hard on things, but deep down he's not that way 100%. He's more like a big heart, like a big open heart.
He was a big open heart.
Yeah. So
He was a huge open heart. Yeah.
so that's how he is. And his heart, how can I say that? It was not always easy for him to be that gentle, you know, but he's where he is, he understands now. Maybe sometimes it was a little direct or a little dissatisfied by things, but his heart is really big, and that's what he sees now. It's even radiating more now, okay? To all of us, by the way, I feel it's a big heart, a big, you know, emotional.
Okay.
Yes, so that's what I'm feeling.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you. All right, there we go. Little claps for Sheila, who came here on stage. You have to not be shy to come here. I don't know if I would dare coming here, and talking, and everyone's watching, and take someone with a little bit of courage. So let me open now my WhatsApp, because I can see some names. Actually, many. There's lots of messages. So let me see. There's even people who are not here today who are sending me messages. Anyway, so so let's see who messages me. Okay, so here we have Shirley. Who's Shirley? It's you. Would you like to come? I can come, no problem. Let me take the microphone. I will come next to you. We might be a bit in the dark. Put your infrared lights, glasses, lenses, not lights. I know, don't worry. Okay, so let me see a little bit, Shirley. Everyone, no problem with the neck? I do neck massage later if you need as well, for $5. No, I'm kidding. Of course, no problem. So let me take a look, okay, at the photo you sent me. All right.
There she is.
Yeah, and the name of the person?
Lori.
Lori, okay. I wish the photo was a little more direct so I can see her eyes, but don't worry, I will still. Let me just focus at the photo. I'm not going to use a lot. Keep in the name again.
Lori.
Lori, okay. What I feel around her is a lot of softness, somehow very soft. Sometimes she didn't pay attention to certain details or precautions she should have taken. She was a little bit, not an artist, but a bit like in the clouds, a bit
right.
Clouds, a little bit like a head in the clouds. And sometimes taking things here on the light kind of angle. That made her a very creative person in the way she sees things. Even now I feel she really likes creativity. I want to ask you a question, but I might be wrong. I prefer to say it because I don't like to be wrong. Are you into paintings and stuff? And paintings, I can see something with art around you, like paintings. She's mentioning drawings, paintings.
No, she loved art. But
Okay, maybe this is her. Okay. You don't paint yourself?
No.
You never draw?
But
Okay, you
when
draw a
I
little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe she feels that maybe you should do that more. Art is very, very important. Maybe this is a way for you to heal, from losing her, maybe drawing. I can see you have a skill as well. By the way, you as a person, you're a little medium, you are a little connected as well. I can see you have this sensitivity. I can see that in your eyes. That has nothing to do with her, but I'm telling you, by the way. You have a little something. And so for her, yes, I see her really in the clouds, always about softness. Like she likes things to be very soft, very soothing and soft. I can see fur, maybe wanting to lay on something that's very soft, velvet fur. Maybe also animals that are very soft, It can be fake fur, it doesn't have to be a bare fur, but really liking tender, people to be very tender with her. That's what she liked a lot. It was hard for her sometimes to be really grounded and to have her feet on earth, because she was a little bit like a bit artist. I like to say artist, but like a little bit in the clouds, going here and there. And maybe she wished she was able to communicate more when she was alive and tell people, exactly what's going on in there, because it was a little bit artist.
Yeah.
And she couldn't always say, exactly what was going on, because she didn't have full control of what she was thinking and feeling. It was a little bit, it's a bit hard yet for her to express herself, like a little bit lost. And now basically she's fine where she is. That's what I'm feeling. She's totally fine. There's a lot of people around her. She's really not alone. I see a lot of little people and animals. So maybe children, you know, around her. Sometimes people ask me, animals. People ask me, when you go on the other side, are you alone? Are you going to reconnect with people that you lost? So it depends. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. People that you met on Earth might be people that you liked on Earth, but on the other side, you don't care. You know, there's other friends you haven't seen in a million years, and you will connect with them. You don't necessarily reconnect with people that you've lost, but sometimes you do. It depends, okay? She's with, I feel, children and animals. It's a world that's a bit fairy tale-ish, and that's where she is. She's very happy where she is. And I feel that somehow she's helping others to create from where she is right now. And that could be you as well. That's why I feel you painting, drawing, mixing colors is something that could create a bond, a connection with her, and a way for you to understand how she was thinking, you know, how she was feeling. By doing that, you might find in yourself how she was, and there would be a connection. That's a way for you to connect with her the most. Draw, paint. Okay. This is something that will really work and develop the connection. And you're a bit of a medium as well, I'm telling you as well. So you might want to dig into the mediumship also, because that's what I see in you. I can see something. I see something around you. You're a little psychic medium, yes. So you should use crystals to achieve that. That would help you. A Herkimer diamond would be a very good stone for you. I have one there, I'll show you from a distance. That's a good idea, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much for talking to me. And I like your nail polish, by the way. I like the color of your nail polish. Yes, okay, that was just me. That's not the reading. Thank you. All right, I'm back on the other side. So I hope you enjoyed the nail polish comments, because that's really, that's what I'm good at, looking at nail polish. But it's very beautiful blue. Which one is what? Which one is what? I think it's this one. Okay. So now let me reopen the WhatsApp and see who else is coming here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to here. The first one is Bradley Robinson. Is this you? Would you like to come ahead, to come next to me? Okay, great. Welcome. How is everyone doing here? Is it too cold?
Yeah.
No, okay. It's too cold for who?
It's freezing.
I know, it's a bit cold. I don't have the remote control.
I said we met on the beach the other
Yeah. Absolutely. It was.
I know he's French, so.
It was warmer on the beach, right? Okay, perfect. So, do we have a fur coat for the lady who's freezing there? A bare fur coat, or maybe less air conditioning? We have two options, but I don't have the remote control. But I'm sure it could be found somewhere. Because I understand if it's too cold, you don't want to be sick, right? I mean, you didn't come to see a show to be sick at home. Okay, so
I sent you 4 pictures. So the question is, which one's like most strong in terms of what's coming to you?
Okay. So let me open the first photo. Wait. Let me open it again. So I'm looking at picture, but you send me a lot of different people.
No, I sent you 4 people, exactly.
Yeah, it's 4 different people, but I can connect to the 4 if we have enough time, but we might not. I want to connect with them all because they look all fabulous and interesting, but you send me a million people. Would you like me to connect with the first lady that you sent me on, or you send me a photo of a lady that was the first? Pick one. Sorry, but you have to pick someone.
This one. This is.
Okay, the most important person for you. Okay, so the photos are a bit blurry, so that's Phil. Okay. Okay, so let me see a little bit what I'm feeling. Someone who likes to make jokes. I feel someone who likes to make jokes about people, and sometimes jokes was a little bit tough to take. You know, it was like, in your face.
Well done.
I'm going to make a little joke right now, so you're going to change what you're doing, because I didn't like that, so I made a joke. Someone who always like make fun of things, a little bit sarcastic, you know, the sarcastic side. Right now also he's a little bit like remembering, you know, he thinks this is a little bit funny as well, what we're doing right now. Not in a bad way. He likes to make fun of it. He would totally laugh at us right now, okay? face. And but he wants to say it was kind, you know. Now he sees that maybe it was a little too much, his jokes and stuff. It was a little like, you know, a little too much, the jokes he would make, but he was kind. And, you know, he really, he's aware that maybe sometimes you can't always joke about everything, you know. He maybe realizes that a little bit, that sometimes he was like making comments that were not always easy to take, and now he realized he might have said things also maybe to you sometimes that you were not sure, you know, it was not always super nice. So now he's like, it was just jokes. But he understands it can hurt people sometimes to be a certain way or say certain things. About you, he's admiring you for how you lead your life, and you always kind of do things properly. You're ambitious, you know, you have a way of doing things. He can see that. So now when he was making little jokes, forget the jokes, because what you're doing, you're really doing a real shit, you know, you're doing real things with your life. So do never doubt about yourself, about what you're doing, because he can see it from where he is. He's proud of you, and he can really see that you're somebody, you know. He feels like you are somebody. You made it. You to become someone, to become an adult, to become somebody. And what you're doing, he really feels like he's very proud. He admires you because, you know, him with his jokes is fine, but he couldn't probably do what you're doing now. That's what he's feeling. You know, it's like, okay, I was making jokes, it's easy, but so he's really admiring you, and he maybe regrets some of the jokes, and he's kind of whatever was hurtful, he's pulling it back, and he can really see you for who you are right now, and thanking you also for being who you are. There's a sense of thanking you for being here, for being the one you are, for being always in a straight line. You know, you don't disappoint. You really have these values that are very important in life, and he really feels that this is very special. I hope that was
I know, it's good. It's
a little helpful.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Okay. So.
Can you do one more?
The thing is, like, we're getting, we don't have a lot of time to satisfy
That's
the
fine.
other.
Can he?
Oh, just tell me.
Can he see or meet my husband?
Can you say that again?
Can he see or meet my French husband? Does he know who he is?
Good question. Can you just give me the name of your French husband?
Renaud Hiol.
Renaud, okay. Yeah, I have the feeling that it is someone remarkable. There's a sense of being remarkable, you know, for this person.
But the grandfather can understand who that is.
Yes, absolutely, yes. The people on the other side can see everything we're doing, you know. It's like there's no, you don't, you know, they see, they're here. He sees this person as someone being remarkable with a good background, and this is something he appreciates about him. With a reputation, there's a set of reputation with his husband. And he likes that, he admires that. Lineage, reputation, manners. This is something he admires, and that he finds it, he values, you know, on people. He finds it's a great value to have a certain way to behave yourself, a certain background, a certain education. You know, that's what I'm feeling that he wants to say about your husband.
Thank you.
All right. So he validates it. This is something you were like, oh, I'm not sure. You know, he's fine. He likes his qualities as a person, husband or friend. It doesn't matter, but he likes the qualities that he has and what makes him special, because that's what matters to him. The person being special, not the husband. Or it's not about that spot. A special person. That's how he sees people.
Merci.
Mais merci beaucoup. Merci. Don't worry. That's my phone. All right. Thanks a lot. So let me reopen my phone. I feel I have 2 ice cream here. Which one? Not ice cream, but okay. Let me open. Okay, I'm opening Lizzie. I feel this is a game like on TV, you know, where you're like Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Lizzie, would you like to come next to me? Okay. I met Lizzie a million years ago, and we know someone in London in common, and it's an amazing story. So it's great to have you here today. But I don't know a lot about you, but I know you're special, and we have this person in common in London. So let me see what, oh, actually, which one? There's no sound in this one, I don't know why. No, there's a little bit of sound. So that's for you.
I'll talk loud.
Okay, now there is. Okay.
Yes, there is.
You gotta scream. Okay, so let me open what you sent me. Now, there's only one photo, right?
Yeah.
No, there's 2 photos.
Well, that's my grandmother.
Yes, with the hat.
Her mother.
Okay. So.
And that's my father.
What is the name?
Johnny.
Okay, Johnny. So let me see the photo. We're going to start with that. Johnny was sometimes a little bit frustrated about life. He feels that he could not always accomplish everything that he wanted. So he feels like the life experience was sometimes a bit challenging for him because he couldn't always do what he wanted. He wanted to do things in a better way and achieve them, like maybe have more time to achieve everything and do it more and go further into what he was doing. There's a little bit a sense of a frustration, like not always being able to achieve what he wanted to, okay? Life was not always easy on him, so it was not always very easy for him to achieve what he wanted. He was trying, sometimes a bit struggling as well. So life was a little bit complicated. But thanks God he had a family. There's a sense of having a family, family roots or family bonds that would help him through life. They had to care for him, to be by his side. But it was not easy. Sometimes it was a bit hard to be with us. He was not always very lucky. Life was not always kind on him or giving him, some people have an easier life than others. For him, it was a bit difficult sometimes. He had he was a bit tough sometimes as well. I'm feeling like a strong person, a strong character. But this is something that came from his roots, from how he is, from where he's from, for what he understands, what he knows. So it was a little bit difficult sometimes inside, I'm feeling, okay? But this is how things were done back then, That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing. He was doing things a certain way because that's how it was back then, and that made sense back then. What he was taught, okay? And so he would hug you now, I feel, he would take you in his arms because there's a sense of I want to make you feel like you're special, you exist, you're here, you're a strong woman. So he would hug you now. Let me hug you a little bit because I feel he would do that. Not the sofa, but just you. All right, I'm going to try to not destroy your neck. Yeah. But he would really, I feel like hug you. He was a strong person as well. So someone you will notice him because there was a sense of you would not mess with him, first of all. You would not fight with him. He was a bit of a, he's telling you to be strong. You inherited, you have what he had, so be strong. Don't feel that you're not strong enough sometimes because, of course, life brings challenges sometimes. So, it's difficult, but you're more strong than you think and you've been going through a lot of things and you have his strength, It helped you go through things. It comes from him. I can see him in you. That's something else that I'm feeling, but he can see himself in you, I guess. Not me, but him. He can see, if you have him inside of you.
Well, I was his only daughter.
Sorry?
I was his only daughter.
Okay.
So it was very
also,
special.
yes, I can imagine there's a connection between a father and a daughter when there's only one daughter. But he can see himself in you. So what you're doing in your life right now, remember you're representing him. It's almost like if you were not his agent, but you are his representation on this planet. So everything that he was, the strength, you have to not honor it, but use it, because you have him in you. So when you go places and people give you shit, you can tell them, okay, stop. Because he's with you.
Yes.
Okay, at all times. So, even though he's not here, he's with you, he's guarding you, he's a bit like a bodyguard within you.
I feel that.
Yeah, he's very, and nobody wants to mess with you.
No.
You can tell.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with you. So he's here, very strong, guarding you, with you. And that's what actually keeps it. Whenever you're a little bit on the edge, and things are not really working, he's the one always putting you back on the right.
Which he did when he was alive.
Yes,
so,
okay,
thank you. That's
he's
a comfort
still doing
to me.
it. Now he's a bit of a guardian angel, also. If something happens, if there's a hole somewhere, if the stairs are something on the stairs, you will not fall.
I feel
Be
that.
careful, but he's with you. Yes. So I feel that strength. He's guarding you like a good bodyguard.
Thank you.
So that's really his message. Don't let people give you shit.
Thank you.
You're here.
Very good. Thank you so much, Raphael.
welcome,
It's quite
Lizzie.
actually.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank
a lot. And thank you. I was going to say, do you want the other photo is for your mom? Do you want me to take a look at the other photo? She sent Nana. Do you want me to take a look at it as well? Because we're now here. Okay.
She would love that.
Okay, perfect. We're going to do that. Would you like to come? Come next to me. Come with us. I know her grandson from London. I sent him a message, Sam. Yeah. All right. Are you okay? What's your step? If you need to hold me, you can, no? Okay, perfect. Hold me, darling. No problem. I'll accompany you to the seat. All right, this is your seat. You can sit here. All right, perfect. This is your microphone. All right. Now, let me look at the photo. Okay, so let me see the photo. I hope I will be able to read everyone. I'm sorry, guys, if we are running out of time. It's very difficult to quantify how many people I read. So I just want to say, if I can't read everyone, because I'm going to sing a song in the end, I just wanted to warn you. So get ready, put the earplugs. No, so if I can't read everyone, I apologize in advance. But now it's your turn, okay? So now let me see. She had like really, I find like she was a dreamer. She would dream something amazing for herself. You know, she was imagining it, daydreaming, thinking I'm going to do this and that, and always like definitely a dreamer. Someone who would dream. She liked the movies and everything that we saw before. You know, Marilyn Monroe and the kind of image. She would always look at them and be like amazed and wowed by like a butterfly in the middle of the stars. You know, there's a sense of her really liking that. She didn't have the power to always do what she wanted, but she was dreaming a lot, looking a lot, but not always being able to achieve what she wanted. It was a little bit challenging for her to really make it work for her. A lot about beauty and aesthetics. This is something that was very important to her. She still sees it on people. When she sees something beautiful, she notices it. Like aesthetics, beautiful things, beautiful houses. I see a big house. I see with grass around the house, like a beautiful home. I see that. I see her looking at it, like really beautiful. A bit of an angel, you know, I find. A bit of a beautiful woman, angel, a bit like in the movie. She was a little bit like in the movie, I find, yes.
She was in the movie.
She was in the movie, so there you go. Yes, I can, that's spot on then with everything I was talking about. So I feel she was very in her element, you know, a bit of a star, I would say, you know, star princessa. And always, but very amazed by this world, you know. Some people work in the entertainment, they do it and whatever, but she loved it. She would admire every single thing, every single lights. She would be really amazed by it. She was living the fairy tale in a way, you know.
Yes.
So yes, don't forget to watch the movies as well, because she got so much in it. You know, sometimes when you feel a bit sad, get inspiration for all the movies, you know, that are out there, because it can bring her back to you in a way, you know, by doing that. That's what she was doing. All right. Thank you very much for being with us. Let me accompany you. Are you okay? Do you want to hold me?
Excuse me, I hold you.
I'll take you and then you can see someone else.
All right, okay. Thank you. Okay, so let me see a little bit where we're at. Okay, we still have a little bit of time. Thank you. And let me open this and see. Okay. Okay, let's do Ernie. Ernie, would you like to come? We're going to talk about Matt. I'll let you come and join us. Are you still cold here? Are you a bit better?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for... All right, perfect. All right, come with us. You can sit here. This is a microphone. All right, so let's see a little bit what's going on with him. Okay, so this is Matt, the photo that you sent me. I feel things were a little bit closed for him sometimes, you know, there's a sense of like things were closed. It was difficult for him to open up sometimes, even though he wanted to. His life inside was very happening. There was a lot of things happening inside, but it was difficult for him to be an extrovert. He was not able to express himself fully in this life, you know, and there was this whole world inside of him that was like really happening with a lot of things, but he could not express it. There's a sense of he was frustrated about life in a way. It was not always the way he wanted, because there's something he couldn't say. There's a sense of a secret he was maybe not able to say. It was too hard. Something happened to him and he was not able to express it because he just couldn't. He was stuck in there. He couldn't say it, okay? I feel it is possible he was beaten up or something. I feel there is some some kind of molesting, or that happens to a lot of people, and this kind of like shut him. When that happened, that's in all his life kind of closed him completely emotionally, and so he couldn't. So the life started to become inward, inside. He wants to say something to you, okay? I know we're running out of time. If there's something in you that you want to say or express, you should really do it. Don't make the same mistake as maybe he did. It's not a mistake, but he kept things inside, and it was difficult. Sometimes maybe you need a little help to express what you feel through art or anything, but try to find the strength into what happened to him, maybe, could be a lesson for you to maybe, you can express whatever you have inside to the world, because this is something he didn't have the chance to do. He just didn't find a way, so he kept everything inside like an egg, like a Kinder surprise egg, but you couldn't see the surprise. So you need to open the egg, and somebody needs to buy the chocolate, and we need to see the surprise. You know what the surprise is, but the world doesn't know yet. So this is the time for you to kind of, I really see that. Did he eat Kinder egg or no? The Kinder surprise. These chocolate eggs. Chocolate eggs? Because I feel there's something about that. Open the egg, there's a sense of that, because he was not able to do so, and it's a pity, because maybe that could have saved him in a way, that if he could open the egg. But you can, and you can take him as an example. It's good to be able to express, what's inside of you. There's a message to you, and he's saying, he's not laughing, but he's kind of seeing what's inside of you that you could put out. It's like you can do it, and there's a lot of beauty in you, and you can express it to the world, So that's more like an advice to you. Don't be scared of showing your true colors, if I would say, okay? So, thank you.
Thanks very much.
All right, I think we're getting closer to, let me check the time. We still have a little bit of time, I think we can read another person, so. Let me open the WhatsApp and see who else is here. Somebody who walks fast, faster than the light, because we don't have a lot of time. We have Tommy Galgano. Is it someone there? Okay, I was already there, but I'm coming back. Oh, you can go. You can come. Okay. Run, please. I'm kidding, don't fall. We don't want another spirit in the other side. We want you to stay with us. All right, come with me. Sit here, please. Thank you. This is the microphone if you want to talk. And I have the photo you sent me here. So I just would like the name. Did you say me? Oh, yeah, you said the name. No, you didn't say the name of the person. Which one do you prefer? The man or the lady? The man. Okay. John? Okay, so let me look at it, John. This is someone who was very intelligent. I feel a sense of intelligence, someone who could really see things, who you could ask advice for, because he knew a lot. He probably studied a lot, but he could see things. He was very specific, very precise in seeing the little details, It is possible he was doing something also that requires, you need to really see, and with a magnifier, or there is something like that around him, very precise. He could see things very little. Very sophisticated person in how he sees things, how he enjoys things. Very, very, and also a very good person. Very positive, would never hurt, not even a bee, nothing. Maybe a sandwich, but not a bee. He would not hurt anyone. Always being. There's something a bit feminine about him in his approach to the world, being gentle. Many women are gentle to the world, not everyone, but many, and he had that sensitivity, that feminine sensitivity to him. I find that he loved you very much, a sense of loving you very, very much, very, very deeply, seeing the beauty in you, the qualities you have. Maybe he defended you against other people that maybe were criticizing, or they didn't like you for whatever reason, but he was defending you and saying, don't mess with him, he's a good guy, he's a good little kid. Or I'm sensing something like that about him, defending you. Someone you could really trust, rely on, and use as a model, as a role model, And he's here with us. I really feel him around, and he's saying you're a beautiful person. You're a very beautiful person. Don't doubt yourself. That's often what spirits say. But this one is really saying he truly loves you. From where he is, he truly loves you more than. And I mean, you can find people who love you, but the people that loved you since you were really little and stuff, they're gonna love you forever. And he's still here, and he can see how you were. He can see your essence, who you really are inside. This one can really see, and he still see you now. So if sometimes you have doubts about, how people treat you, because sometimes, life, well, he knows when it's not fair or when it's fair, and he's an ally that is right next to you, guiding you through. Whatever he was doing, that's very precise. Remember what he was doing. There's something that will help you as well in what you are doing now. So remember these times. That's when you learned everything, and now you can still use it now. What you've learned in these times, and the eye he had to see things. The precision that he was able to express, or a real talent that he had. Remember that, because you can use it too. Okay, you can apply it also to other sector, I feel. That's what I'm feeling for me. A very beautiful spirit, very, very beautiful. Sometimes being a medium, I connect with spirits that I would not meet otherwise. If I didn't do that, I would never meet them. Where would I meet them? This one has something really angelic, to him. There's an angel.
Very nice person.
Very nice. So it's a pleasure for me to meet him as well. Like
Can
everyone.
I ask a quick question?
Yes, for sure you can.
He passed 7 months ago.
Okay.
And got sick very suddenly, and there's still kind of questions about what happened. Is there any sense of...
I see something with the veins something with the vein and the blood in the vein that didn't function properly anymore, but where it came from, the root of that, it's hard for me to say, but I see something with the vein, and something the blood was not traveling well enough anymore. And I can't say it's one cause in particular, but it was not solid enough to still work, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it was a little
it
depression.
Makes some sense, yeah. It's just, there were just so many questions about what happened. And
I feel the blood was not traveling in the vein anymore. So I'm not a doctor, but when it doesn't travel, it means either the vein has a problem or the blood changed. It can't go through anymore. So it was kind of... That's what I'm feeling. The blood could just not, like water in pipes, if the pipes are blocked, then the water can burst everything. It was something like that,
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I hope I was able to, that was helpful to you. Thanks very much. You're very welcome. Thank you. So we're getting to the end, and I'm sorry if I couldn't read everyone. So sometimes I get a lot of pictures, sometimes I get less. But after the show, I will go in front, because we have to liberate the room for the 2 shows that come next. But if I forgot someone, I can easily tell you a little something in front of the place when we get out. So if I forgot someone, I'll be happy, and I have my energy. So every Sunday, there's a live on Instagram where you can connect, and then you can ask questions about what's a medium and things maybe we didn't have the time to talk about today. And the message as well I really wanted to say is, you might lose everything, lose someone or lose something in your life, like I lost everything in LA. I can go back now, but it doesn't mean there isn't something else after that, and which is what's happening now. I was able to kind of change everything, and now I'm here in Puerto Vallarta doing readings for you guys, and it's just very exciting to be with you. So, it's not because something stops, something ends, that there isn't something after. That's going to be as exciting as what you had before. I wanted to also thank our sponsors, of course, Raul, who does the light and the music and the sound, really cool. And now the next shows that are coming is Eddie, who's doing a drag queen show about Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. It's a lot of fun. And then there will be Mama Tits after, okay? Now I would like to sing a little song to close the show. And I want us to celebrate life. And this time I want you to clap your hands, okay? Are you ready?
Another day like you've never felt before. Another way like you've never been before. Leave your mind and see the light shining through your heart. See the time and look around. Let the rhythm catch your soul. Baby, I know you can feel it.
Let's celebrate life.
Shining and rising, can you feel it? 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 Can you feel it?
I'm cold.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Baby, I know you can feel it. I'll read you outside. Shining and rising out. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? You too, if I didn't read you, I'll read you outside. Can you feel it? 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 Shining and rising, can you feel it? You like my shoes? Shining and rising, can you feel it? Flamenco shoes from Mexico. Can you feel it? Shining and rising, can you feel it? Shining and rising, can you feel it? Yeah, clap your hands. Baby, I know you can feel it. Shining and rising, can you feel it? 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 Feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Thank you everyone, thank you so much for coming tonight. It was such a great pleasure to read you, have you with me, and I will meet you outside. For the people I couldn't read, we'll talk outside because it can be frustrating when you go to a medium show and then they couldn't read you. Oh my God. So I'll see you in front. Oh my God, right? Oh my God. So I'll see you